Hi guys, Jamie Carter here, Football Heaven 24/7. Welcome back to another episode. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a rundown of game of the league, the winners for the top four divisions from the 1990 to 91 season, which was when it was the old First Division, now the Premier League, obviously. Um, and I'm going to run all the way through to the 98-99 season. So in the first season of 1990-91, at the start of the 90s, the previous season, Liverpool had won the title in the 89-90 season, and they finished 9 points clear of Aston Villa. But this season, Arsenal were to take over the top spot in Division 1. They finished 7 points clear of Liverpool, and surprisingly, Crystal Palace finished in third with goals from Ian Wright and Mark Bright. Newly promoted Leeds United, also who had won the Division 2 title the previous season, ended up having a great first season, finishing fourth. And the relegated teams that season were Sunderland and Derby County. Looking at that, Arsenal and Liverpool, when they came across each other in the league, Arsenal won them, smashed them 3-0 at home, but away from home, Arsenal won 1-0 as well. So they did the double over, and so Arsenal really deserved to win the title. The top goal scorer in Division 1 that season was Lee Chapman for newly promoted Leeds United with 31 goals. In Division 2, it was Teddy Sheringham for Millwall with 38 goals. In Division 3, it was Brett Angel for Southend United, and Alan Filskirk for Bolton Wanderers with 28 goals each. And going into Division 4, it was Jay Allen for Hartlepool United and S. Norris for Halifax Town with 35 goals each. Oldham Athletic won Division 2. West Ham finished second. They got promoted as well. Also, Sheffield Wednesday went up. In Division 3, Cambridge United won the league. Also going up with Cambridge was Southend and Grimsby Towns. Going into Division 4, Darlington won Division 4. So that was how it was for the 1990-91 season. Going into 91-92 season, the last season that the top flight would be called Division 1. And the last winners of the top flight would be, in Division 1 status, would be Leeds United. They were run by Howard Wilkinson at the time, their manager. The top goal scorer for that season in Division 1 was Ian Wright, who had transferred from Crystal Palace to Arsenal that season. He finished top with 29 goals. 5 of those goals he got for Crystal Palace at the start of the 91-92 season. In Division 2, no surprises, as Blackburn's Alan Shearer and David Speedy, both for Blackburn Rovers, both finished with 23 goals. Blackburn were then promoted via the playoffs to get into the what would be the newly formed Premier League in the 92-93 season. So in the 91-92 season, as I say, Leeds United won the title. They won it by 4 points over Manchester United. Leeds finished with 82 points. Manchester United finished with 78. 3 teams to get relegated in the last season of the top flight being called Division 1 was Luton Town, Notts County and West Ham United. They all went down. The winners of Division 2 was Ipswich Town. Middlesbrough went up with them in the second automatic place. And as I say, Blackburn Rovers won through the playoffs and they ended up going up into the Premier League. In Division 3, Brentford won the title. And in Division 4, Burnley won the Division 4 title. So that's how that season finished. Into the lower leagues, going lower down, Division 3, top goal scorer was Dean Holdsworth, who would later go on to play for AFC Wimbledon in the Premier League. He scored 24 goals for Brentford, along with Ewan Roberts of Huddersfield Town at that time with 24 goals as well. Dave Bamber of Blackpool and Phil Stant of Mansfield Town finished as top goal scorers in Division 4 in the 91-92 season with 28 goals each. So that's how it finished in the 91-92 season. The FA Cup was won by Liverpool and they beat Sunderland 2-0. And the League Cup was won by Manchester United. Going into the start of the Premier League here in 92-93 season, Manchester United would win the first title, and they would finish 10 points clear of Aston Villa. Man United would have 84 points, and Aston Villa would finish second with 74 points. The three teams that would get relegated that season were Crystal Palace, Middlesbrough, and Nottingham Forest, and they went down into Division 1, which was formerly known obviously as Division 2 the previous season. As I say, Man United won the title. Key things to remember: on the last day of the season, Manchester United or towards the last day of the season, the last home game even, Manchester United had to beat Sheffield Wednesday to win the title. They beat them 2-1, and with two injury time goals from Steve Bruce, and that allowed Manchester United to win their first title in 26 years. And it would be the start of Manchester United going on to win another 12 titles after this one. So, yeah, good season for them. Newcastle United, under the tutelage of Kevin Keegan, ended up finishing top of Division 1, which was the old second division. West Ham finished second to them. The goals of Andy Cole shone through that season, but most notably in Division 1, the top goal scorer was Guy Whittingham for Portsmouth with 42 goals, which was a record up until last season when Mitrovic broke it with 43 goals. Top goal scorer in the first Premier League season was Teddy Sheringham, getting 22 goals for Tottenham. Ryan Taylor of West Bromwich Albion finished, I think it was Bob Taylor actually, yeah. Bob Taylor got 30 goals for West Bromwich Albion in Division 2, which is the old third division, and in the fourth division, which is now the Division 3, or known as League 2 today. Dave Thorne of Scarborough and Chris Griffiths of Shrewsbury both finished with 27 goals each. So that was how it ended in the 92-93 season. Arsenal got to both cup finals, the FA Cup and the League Cup. Both times they beat Sheffield Wednesday, who both got to those finals as well, 2-1 respectively. So Arsenal ended up finishing that season with 2 cups, even though Arsenal had quite a poor season by their standards, and they ended up finishing in 11th position. So not a great season for them. As I say, Newcastle won the Division 1 title, Stoke won the Division 2 title, and Division 3 was won by Cardiff City. Going into 93-94 season, Newcastle have just been promoted, and Andy Cole finishes the top goal scorer in the 93-94 season with 34 goals. In the Division 1, Bolton's John McGinley finishes top goal scorer with 25 goals. Division 2, Jimmy Quinn of Reading finishes with 35 goals. And finally in Division 3, which is now League 2, obviously, it was Tony Ellis for Preston North End with 26 goals. Manchester United yet again win the title. Blackburn Rovers this time finished second to them. There's a gap of 6 points. Man United finished with 92 points. Blackburn have 84. Relegated teams that season from the Premier League are Sheffield United, Oldham Athletic, and Swindon Town. 2 teams to get promoted from Division 1 back into the Premiership for the following season would be Crystal Palace winning the Division 1 title, followed closely by Nottingham Forest in second. And in the playoffs, Leicester City would go up through the playoffs. Division 2, Reading won the title, and in Division 3, Shrewsbury Town won the title there. In the 94 FA Cup final, Manchester United beat Chelsea 4-0. 2 goals from Mark Hughes, Cantona scored, and I can't remember the other guy that scored in the cup final. Someone could enlighten me. I remember watching it on TV though, and I remember Ruud Gullit playing for Chelsea. And yeah, they Manchester United spanked them 4-0. In the League Cup final, I'm racking my brains to try and remember who won the 94 League Cup final. I believe it was Aston Villa against Leeds United, and I think Aston Villa won that one 3-0. I probably am wrong with that though, if I'm honest. But anyway, let's go into the 94-95 season. There was a shock on the cards. Manchester United had won the first 2 titles of the Premiership era. Obviously, the 2 seasons before that had been Leeds United winning the last Division 1 title, and before that, even at the start of the 90s, it was Arsenal. But Blackburn Rovers caused a shock thanks to the money of Jack Walker and the strike force of Alan Shearer and Chris Sutton, known as SAS. Alan Shearer finished top goal scorer in Division 1 with 34 goals in the Premier League even. In Division 1, John Aldridge of Tranmere Rovers finished top goal scorer with 24 goals. Division 2, top goal scorer was Gary Bennett for Wrexham with 29 goals. And Phil Stant, yet again, was on a top goal scorer. In Division 3, he scored 13 goals for Bury and 13 goals for Cardiff City equally. Finished as a top goal scorer with 26 goals. Blackburn Rovers won the Premiership title by 1 point over Manchester United, and Middlesbrough were the champions of Division 1. In the playoffs, to come out from the playoffs, Bolton won the playoffs, so it would be Middlesbrough and Bolton playing in the promoted to the Premier League for the 95-96 season. Division 1 title winners was Birmingham City, and Division 3 title winners was Carlisle United. So that was how it ended on the 94-95 season. Also, Manchester United were pipped again to get to winning a trophy, as Everton beat them in the FA Cup final 1-0 that season. So that's how the season finished for the 94-95 season. Notable, obviously, Forest finished third, my team. Their greatest Premier League season, thanks to goals from Stan Collymore and Brian Roy. But going into the 95-96 season, Manchester United regained the dominance again. They finished top. Newcastle United this time are the challengers for Manchester United, and they finished 4 points behind. Man United have 82 points, and Newcastle United have 78 points. The teams to get relegated that season are Manchester City, Queen's Park Rangers, and Bolton Wanderers. The top Premier League goal scorer again is Alan Shearer with 31 goals. In Division 1 again, the top goal scorer is John Aldridge of Tranmere Rovers with 27 goals. Division 2, Marcus Stewart of Bristol Rovers. And in Division 3, top goal scorer is Gary Martindale of Notts County with 21 goals. In Division 3, Sean White of Hereford United and Alan Saville, I believe it is, of Cardiff City, or Andy Saville with 29 goals. As I say, Manchester United win the Premier League title of 95-96 season. Sunderland win Division 1 title. Swindon Town win Division 2 title, and Division 3 goes to Preston North End. In the 95-96 season, it's the League Cup. I got it wrong a couple of seasons back. It was Aston Villa this season. That League Cup from the 93-94 season was Aston Villa's, and they beat Manchester United 3-1 in that 93-94 one. But in the League Cup final, but in the League Cup final of 95-96, Aston Villa win again. The League Cup twice in 3 seasons, beating Leeds United 3-0. So yeah, I remember watching that final as well as the Man United one for Aston Villa. So Aston Villa, although finishing second in one of the seasons of the 90s, they actually picked up a couple of League Cups in the decade as well. So that was really good for them. So we're going to go into the 96-97 season, getting close to the end of the 90s now. Not too far away. Manchester United, unfortunately, again, win the title. They finish with 75 points. Yet again, Newcastle are the challengers, but they're quite far off. In fact, there's 3 teams that are quite far off with 7 points behind. Newcastle finished second to Manchester United, with Arsenal and Liverpool both on the same amount of points, just separated by goal difference. Alan Shearer, for the 3rd season running, is the top goal scorer of the Premier League. He's got 25 goals for Newcastle United, having moved from Blackburn Rovers. John McGinley, yet again, is a top goal scorer in Division 1 for Bolton Wanderers with 24 goals. Division 2 is Thorpe of Luton Town with 28 goals. Division 3 is Jones for Wigan Athletic with 31 goals. So, as I say, Man United win the title in the 96-97 season. Bolton Wanderers win the Division 1 title. They go up. Also, with them is Barnsley goes up as well. And I believe it's Ipswich Town as well, or maybe I think it's Crystal Palace. No, it's Crystal Palace actually go up through the playoffs. And then Division 2 is won by Bury, and Division 3 is won by Wigan Athletic. And in the Cup that season, if I remember rightly, Chelsea win 2-0 over Middlesbrough. An early goal from Roberto Di Matteo from about 25 yards off, 30 yards out, smashed it. I believe he scored within something mad like, I think it was 14 seconds or 18 seconds from the kickoff. And they went on to win 2-0. So that's what happened in the 96-97 season. 97-98 season, there's a change of the guard. Arsenal basically have got a new boss, Arsene Wenger. He's brought in some good foreign players, good French players. They end up winning the title over Manchester United by 1 point. Manchester United obviously lying second, Liverpool finished third, and Chelsea finished fourth. Top goal scorer in the Premier League that season is Chris Sutton for Blackburn Rovers, and Dion Dublin and Michael Owen, and they all share 18 goals each apiece. Teams to get relegated in the 97-98 season from the Premier League are Bolton Wanderers, Barnsley, and Crystal Palace. So basically, the three teams that were promoted the previous season end up going straight back down into Division 1. My boys Forest end up winning Division 1. It's the first title they've won, a league title they've won since, believe it or not, 20 years earlier when they won the First Division title, which is now the Premier League, in 77-78. Thanks to the goals of Pierre Van Hooijdonk and Kevin Campbell, Forest finished top of the league by 3 points over Middlesbrough, and also going up with them that season into the Premier League is Charlton Athletic through the playoffs. Into Division 2, Watford win Division 2 and Notts County win Division 3. Top goal scorers in the Division 1 was Pierre Van Hooijdonk and Kevin Phillips. They both shared 29 goals each. Barry Hales for Bristol Rovers in Division 2 was a top goal scorer with 23 goals. And Jones again, but for Notts County with 28 goals in Division 3. So that season, that's how it all finished up in the 97-98 season. So going into 98-99, the last season of the 90s, the last full season, without it overlapping into another decade, was to see arguably the best, well, definitely the best Premier League team, the best team, I would say, of all English history. Manchester United won the treble, which was basically the FA Cup, the league itself, and the Champions League, which has never been done before in the UK apart from, in England, apart from Manchester United. It's not been repeated yet. So to do that, on the last day of the season, Manchester United had to beat Tottenham Hotspurs, and they did. They beat them 2-1 after going a goal behind. Top goal scorer that season was Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank for Leeds United, Michael Owen and Dwight Yorke, and they all shared 18 goals each. Hotly contested that season. As I say, Man United finished top, Arsenal finished second. Relegated teams, unfortunately, my team, Forest, went down. Pierre Van Hooijdonk went on strike, so not cool. They went down with Blackburn Rovers, who only, about 3 seasons ago previously had won the Premier League title, so that's crazy. Blackburn Rovers went down along with Charlton Athletic as well. Obviously, Manchester United won the FA Cup, winning 2-0 against, I believe it was Newcastle, goals from Sheringham and Scholes. And obviously Man United won the Champions League, as I say, beating Bayern Munich 2-1 with 2 really, really late injury time goals from Solskjaer and Teddy Sheringham. Sunderland won the Division 1 title, Fulham won the second division title, and Brentford won the Division 3 title. Top goal scorers for the leagues below the Premier League. Lee Hughes was the top goal scorer in Division 1 for West Bromwich Albion with 31 goals. Division 2, Jamie Curitan of Bristol Rovers again with 25 goals. Bristol Rovers had a good last 3 seasons. I believe they had the top goal scorer in their league for the last 3 seasons. So a lot of joy for Rovers fans having top quality strikers in the late 90s. And and in Division 3 was Marco Gabbiadini, formerly of Derby County, I believe, but he's playing for Darlington then at that time. He finished with 23 goals in Division 3. So that's my roundup of basically all the seasons from the 1990s. So that's all the ones briefly skimmed over. Obviously, next I'll be doing some other bits and bobs. Catch up with me. Footy Nut 80, that's the channel to get hold of me. We go under the title Football Heaven 24/7. Have a great week. Continue to like and subscribe. Appreciate your support, all those that got behind us so far. And all the best to your teams this week, as I always say. And I'll be back again with another episode very, very soon. This has been Football Heaven 24/7. Bye for now.